the biggest issue of why people didn't start the gym earlier is because they were intimidated. And I get it. The the gym is intimidating when you first get started. You're just getting started on your journey. You don't know where anything is. All the equipment, machines you don't know how to use. There's people there that have been there forever that know what they're doing and are probably mean. It can be intimidating. The hardest step is that first one. But once we get there, you just have to keep taking that next step. So we knew about, we kept hearing this. It's just intimidating. It's intimidating. Can't do the movements, or whatever. Everybody's so fit, or whatever that intimidation, whatever that reason is that you feel intimidated. We're like, we need to address this. Like, we know we can help people. How do we make it less intimidating? And we do that with two ways. The first one is the no sweat intro. And that's where you just sit down and we have a chat and we start building a relationship and we figure out, hey, are we a fit for each other? And we're not a fit for everybody. And that's okay. The next one is the on ramp. And our on ramp is 4 sessions of one on one. You are working one on one with a coach. And that on ramp is meant to start easing some of that intimidation. You start getting introduced to where the equipment is, how to use it, um, 2 movements. You get introduced to how the sessions are going to be coached. You're going to be able to build a relationship with that coach. You're going to be able to see how the classes are going, or how semi-private works, or how personal training works. You're going to see other people in the gym and realize they're just like you. They're moms and dads, Disney professionals, people with busy lives that just want to be healthy and fit so that they can live the rest of their life, so they can be fit for life. So these are what we're trying to do with the on ramp. Those 4 sessions of one on one. What we're trying to do is, first, we're trying to build a relationship. We want to get to know you, right? Are you somebody that likes a lot of rah rah? Are you like somebody that is wants more of that quiet coaching? Um, what How can we help you best? What method is going to help you? And then we just get to learn more about you. We get to learn about your kids and your dogs and your family and why you started, and we get to build that deeper relationship, and it helps us help you better. The next one is we get the vibe, right? Do we just click? Every gym is going to be a little bit different. So all because you don't like our gym, you might like another gym that's just like ours, but they just have a little different vibe. And it's not that one's better. It's just they're different. So we get to see if we vibe. You get to learn the facility. Hey, where's the equipment? Where's the bathrooms? Where do we put stuff? Where is everything? Right? And you start getting a little bit more comfortable when you've been somewhere before. We also, it's a lot easier to ask questions one on one, right? Asking questions in a group can be really intimidating and scary. Asking a question one on one is a lot easier, and we can do that in one on one sessions. We get to introduce the movements. Now, we're not going to introduce everything, but we get to introduce the movement patterns. We get to introduce different machines. We get to introduce the movements that you're going to see more here, right? Um, and that's going to make those movements seem less intimidating as well, because yeah, at first, if you don't know what you're looking at, yeah, it's going to be super intimidating. When if you get in the watches and you try and walk into a Rolex, that's going to be super intimidating as well. Or I don't know, what's a purse reference? I don't know any purses. If you walk into a purse store and you don't know anything about purses, that can be a little intimidating. um, we also get to say, hey, how do we build to those movements? Not everybody has a pull up. So if I can't do a pull up, what should I be doing? What could I be doing to help me get there? And that's what we do. Like, literally on that first session, we're going to talk about, hey, most people, 90% of people can't do a pull up. This is how we're going to get you there. This is how we're going to start. And here's one of the movements that we can use to help build that strength so we can do a pull up. Oh, push-ups are really hard. How do I, like, you know, I've been doing knee push-ups forever and I haven't gotten any better at push-ups. Well, hey, this is how we get better at push-ups. We're going to go over that. So how to build up to more advanced and more difficult movements. Pull up and a push up are great examples. Hey, how can we squat with good mechanics? Hey, making sure we have good mechanics when we're moving. And finally, a lot of people come to us because they have a limitation. They have a bad shoulder, they have a bad knee, they, you know, slept on their side funny, they tweaked their back, they have a bad ankle, they had surgery on something, but they still want to be healthy and fit. They still want to live their lives. They still want to be able to travel, still want to be able to do all the things they want to be able to do. They realize just not doing anything isn't an option. So that's when we start, just like with finding out how do we build to certain movements, we learn how to modify movements because of limitations. We have a really bad knee problem. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to squat to a box today. We're not going to the dead. You have a bad back. Well, we're going to modify the deadlifts. So we're going to do sumo deadlifts to kind of ease a little bit off of that back, right? So we can show you how to modify some of these movements, and then we can introduce. Hey, now this is a real major limitation. Group might not be the best fit. A semi-private or personal training might be a better fit, right? So that's the other nice thing that we get to do with the on ramp is we get to reevaluate. We get to say, all right, after these 4 sessions, what are you most excited about? What gets you going? Have you played sports before? That might be a really good place for group. We find that the people that have played sports before love the group. Now, that doesn't mean if you didn't play sports, you're not going to like the group, but a lot of people that have played sports really enjoy the group. If you have some major limitations, semi-private might be a great option. If personal training is just a little too expensive, but you still need that personal touch and that guidance, semi-private is just a great option to make sure that we're working that limitation and making sure we're making it better. So if you're feeling intimidated, I like, yeah, it can be. It is. I remember the first time I walked into my first gym, it was intimidating. But what outweighs what's outweighing that intimidation? And we hope coming in, having a conversation about your goals and what you're looking for, and then slowly building you up through the on ramp helps ease that intimidation so you can feel comfortable. And that's what we want. We want you to feel at home. We want humble, hungry, happy people in the gym. And everybody in here is that. And we want happy, healthy people in the world. So if you're feeling intimidated, lean into it. When you get better by doing hard things, by getting uncomfortable. And that first time in the door, that's the hardest. Just take that first step. Cheers.